Hello and welcome to Magic and Musing. If you are brand new to the space, then welcome. My name is Candice, and if you've been hanging around with me for a little bit or you've already subscribed to this channel, then thank you so much for being here and thank you for subscribing and supporting the space. So, for those who are new and don't know the kind of gist of these reads, make sure that you do watch from beginning to end. Things are said in the beginning that may not make sense until the end. And also check the description like a day or so after to make sure I haven't added any extra information or anything that's come out after the fact. Or any research that needs to be done, anything like that, links and stuff that I share. So let's open up the space by taking a moment, taking a pause, as we have done for the last several reads for a little while now. Just coming into just taking a pause, taking a break, just being in union with ourselves. Taking a couple of deep belly breaths, and it doesn't have to look any particular way. There's no right or wrong way. It's about you feeling into what you need right now. So if you need some water, if you need a cup of tea or coffee or something to snack on, if you want to get an extra cushion, listen to the needs of what you're sensing, or that probably doesn't make sense. Tune into what the needs of the body are right in this moment. So we can be in a space of connectedness, receptiveness, allowing, and to hold space for whatever needs to come through and be reflected on or contemplated on. And if you need, just bringing any movement into the body. I am noticing some sensations within the body. Whether it's relevant to this particular read, I'm not too sure. So I will just hold space for it. And when you're ready, just taking your time to slowly open up your eyes. And bringing your awareness back into the space. Yeah, so I am definitely noticing some things going on in the body. They're not very pleasant. So I'm just like sitting with it, being with it. Regulating. Okay. It's still there. It's reduced somewhat, so we'll just go with the flow and see what wants to be spoken to, and if this has relevance, then I'll bring it up. So this is general, timeless. I don't do prediction reads, well, I should say anymore, or in the way that people think. So whenever you come across this, there's a message in there for you, or if you're drawn to this for whatever reason. I do bring up the planetary aspects just to give context sometimes, but it doesn't matter when you actually see this video. So just taking a moment to see which decks want to be used. Okay, this deck wants to be used again, so that's fine. We will go with that. So as I said, there are a few sensations coming through already, but whether that's relevant to this or not, we will soon find out. Okay, so I'm just going to take the top. What else? Oh, excuse me. This could be about releasing or something coming out into awareness. I don't want one, please, just one. Wait. Interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got Odin, Psychic Insight, and it says, your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. I said before, as I was having these little releasing episodes, that there's something about something coming out into the open, and then we get Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. We have Kuthumi, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And we've got Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So one of the sensations I will speak to, seeing as the voice of truth is here, open communication is here. Yeah, I suppose the cloak of wisdom as well. And this could, it's like, yeah, there's some throat stuff going on, but also the ears as well. So it's that link. So it's interesting that it's talking about the third eye being open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. I'm getting this ear sensations and throat sensations. So this is speaking out. Also hearing messages, hearing things. Did I say that in this video about? No, I didn't. So it's an understood law, L-O-R-E, law, or housewives' tale, however you want to place that in your experiences, that when the ears are ringing, the energies that are no longer in form are communicating with us. So there's something here about There's something here about communication. There's something here about either actually speaking truth or receiving truth, or a combination of those two things, right? We'll know more when we pull some more cards. But Odin showing up, especially with Mercury, is an indication that some type of information or clarity, that's interesting because that came through before, I just didn't speak to it. Some type of clarity is coming in. And it's interesting because in this card, I don't know if these are ravens or crows or what, these little bird energies here. In the tarot, well, in the Light Seekers Tarot, Light Seers Tarot, maybe not that card. Give me one with swords on it. That's not swords, mate. Come on. The swords are represented by ravens. So swords are things that are of, so yeah, it's represented by these blackbirds. So swords are intellect, communication, logic, insight. There's a lot of symbolicism happening in these cards that it's drawing me in. I've not seen this on this card before, but there's this DNA symbol. So yeah, with all this symbolism, it's like I don't really pay attention to it unless I'm really staring at the card. But the symbols in all of these cards are like, it's like drawing me in. So there's something about like being aware of any synchronicities that you see, particularly pertaining to symbols. Yeah, it's so curious because there's like at least, 4 different symbols in these cards from different, so we've got one, we've got the, I don't know if that's which, what that's relating to. I'm thinking Metatron, but I don't think so. Then you've got, I want to say that's the, I forget what that's called. Auroras or something to that. I might read the card actually. And then you've got that symbol, which I have a tattoo of. If I oh my god. Anyway, where's this read going today? So there's a lot of symbolicism here. There's something to do with DNA. Yeah, it's almost like a it's like a reminder that regardless of all the symbols, all the understandings, all the beliefs, numbers, concepts, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, they're all just the same thing, just emanating differently. Does that make sense? Like we're all one consciousness, we're all presence, but we're all emanating differently. We are, we manifest differently, right? Like no one of us, and not even a set of twins, triplets, quadruplets, continue. No one person looks the same. So even though we are the same, we don't emanate the same. There's something like that there. But let's have a read of Kuthumi, because those symbols are, I wonder if it's talking about it. I just don't recall what the symbols are actually called. I know there's the Ankh, Okay. Oh my gosh. Kutumi. So I have a thing about pronouncing all these names wrong, but anywhoozy. So it's pronounced Kutumi. Kutumi is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Interesting. Many believe he was a wandering man known as Rishi in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with few material possessions. Others believed him to be a well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who was given a pseudonym to protect his true identity. I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond limits set by others and to cultivate a personal connection to God. Extended message is: knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are a real cloak of wisdom now. Like Atumi, you have been on a wandering path trying to find answers through study and the insights of others. But now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way and you are being encouraged to follow. The fog is clearing. The light has come and it's shining on you. Your soul is saying yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. So yeah, this is what I was saying about all these symbolicism. Like, it's irrespective. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are, what your attachments are to certain constructs and belief systems. This card for me, I've not seen it like this before. It's just this idea of oneness, regardless of your path of life or the things that you've studied, the things that you've learned, the knowledge, like the mind stuff. Despite all of that, despite which country you're from, and your religious or cultural or spiritual beliefs, we are all one consciousness. So I'm not sure why that is being represented here, because I've not seen the card in that context before. But yeah, and even Odin, he's got the Triskelion, which is a Celtic symbol. And as far as I know, it's like, it means, how does that want to be said? Like mother, maiden, crone, or mind, body, soul, spirit. What is that one? Wow, that is really interesting, because I cannot recall the actual phrase of that. And I was born in a very religious household, so why is that one not very clear? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Interesting. I'm not sure what relevance that has, but it was just interesting that that couldn't be recalled very quickly. So yeah, there's a lot, and then he's got the ruins there as well. Oh, I don't think they're, what are they? Are they ruins? Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of some symbolism going on here, and it's just to say, and I think I mentioned this in the last video I posted, irrespective of whether you believe in these ideas or these the keepers of the light, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. It's about the message. So this is it's about the message. Whatever this message is, whatever this insight is, whether it's actually psychic, or because sometimes things can come through in a way where it's from someone in your 3D, like an energetic form. And because it comes through an energetic form, when I talk about energetic forms, I mean us human beings, we're all energetic forms, but the human energetic form, right? when it comes through someone, if someone says something to you and it's quite enlightening and quite perceptive and insightful, but because it's coming through a human, you just completely dismiss it. That is a form of insight. So it's really interesting that what I'm getting from that is be aware of what people are saying around you, voice of truth. Be aware of what people are saying around you, as in just being present all the time, right? Just being present all the time. And taking our judgment and projection and mind out of the equation. Because if information, important information, or very insightful information, or whether it's some type of clarity comes through another person, but say you've got this kind of conflict, or there's some sort of interference in that connection, you might not be open or willing to receive it because of who it comes from. So there's just a need to express that, be mindful that sometimes insight will come from the most unexpected places. So pay attention to that. And the current planetary configuration is coming to awareness, so I will speak to that. Even despite when you actually see this or hear this, it's the 16th of October. Tomorrow we have full moon in Aries, which is conjunct Mars. So Mars and Mars. So things might be really interesting around this time. So the reason I feel this has been brought up is because what if insight comes from someone that you have a falling out with, or that you have some type of conflict with? And then because of that conflict, you completely dismiss what that is. So when we think of receiving insight, we can think about, we usually associate it with, like, some people call it downloads, or spirit talking, or, we usually associate with like this moment of brilliance and clarity and joy. But sometimes it shows up as a shadow aspect. And when it shows up in shadow aspect, what do? For the most part, as humans, we might go into some type of trauma response, especially if it's from someone that we've got a conflict with. So be mindful of this, because sometimes our learning and our growth and our expansion is not going to come from sunshine and rainbows. Not always. Most of the time, it's going to come from the places that challenge us and trigger us the most, because it is necessary to actually sit with it and be with it. So just pay attention to that. Be very open and receptive to receiving insights and opportunities for healing or growth in whichever way they manifest. There's just a need to say that. Okay, let's switch it up and get some things. What else do we want? Okay. Okay, I keep seeing the Ace of Pentacles, so we'll see if that comes out right. Okay. We've got the Hermit. else? So this is about, I don't know why I'm hearing taking the road less traveled. So that might just be a side note there. Taking the road less traveled. Hermit. The Hermit card is about going into some type of solitude or seclusion. Taking a step back as well from something. Six of Swords. This might have been about a connection. Two of Cups in the shadow. Five of Pentacles in the shadow. Or it might just be about connections in general, where you may have felt getting no support. So, you know, a connection where there may not have been support. You may not have felt like you were prioritized. Two of Pentacles. Lover's card. There might have been some type of juggling. Tell me more about this Five of Pentacles. I'm hearing change the deck. So we've got Five of Cups, and this is an energy of this is a bit of a sad energy, but the Five of Cups, so fives are significant here, so you might be seeing fives, but five or the fifth month, something about five is significant. And this is an energy of being that's saying like crying over spilt milk. So we've toppled over 3 cups, and we're so sad and so, you know, reminiscing on the cups that were lost, but we're not seeing the 2 cups behind us. We're not seeing the opportunities that are still there, that are already there. So that was to clarify the Five of Pentacles in the shadow. And Five of Pentacles can speak to quite similar to the Five of Cups, actually, where you feel like you're feeling left out, you're not feeling like you're being seen in a way, but like, yeah, feeling left out in the cold, essentially. But there's this bright window showing you another way. So I get the same kind of vibe from this, is that there's this energy of not taking the opportunities that were afforded, taking the opportunities or being present with what's there, what's already there. There's I'm hearing like future projection or living in the past. There's, even with the Two of Pentacles here, we're juggling options or juggling ideas, not prioritizing. So there's this energy of like duality instead of being smack bang in the middle, being present with whatever presents itself. Yeah, let's switch decks, but first. Okay, let's see what else wants to... So perhaps what I'm seeing from, and I'm just seeing the Lovers again on the split and the Two of Wands. So there's, yeah, twos are significant as well. There's Gemini is significant. So you've literally got two, I've just seen two, Two of Wands, Lovers card, and you've got the Lovers. So the Lovers can also represent two. So this, from what the cards are saying, this has got to do with either a connection with someone or a connection with yourself. Or, and when I say yourself, connection to like higher self or presence or God, however you place that. Just shuffling one more time. And again, I'm seeing the Hermit. And also Seven of Pentacles on the split. So this may have been some thing about something that's been kind of persisting for a while. There's this energy of being in this for a while, dealing with this for a while, and yeah, let's get some more. So perhaps there are questions about this. Perhaps, yeah, you've been asking some kind of questions around this, whatever this is. Or you've been in like deep reflection, deep reflection with this. And I'm seeing Three of Swords as well. So yeah, there's been some kind of reflection, some type of contemplation, deep sadness. And for some, this could be to do with self-worth and it's being realized. Perhaps there's an energy of not trusting either yourself or others, or trusting the journey, trusting the process. There's something about not focusing on the wrong things, I'm hearing. Or focusing on the spilt milk. Like having our heads down and not seeing that the opportunity or the clarity or the answers, if you will, are right there in front of you. So tell me more about this Joan of Arc. We've got Five of Wands, Two of Swords in the shadows. So this can be about being being in a place of confusion, conflict, mental conflict, and I'm getting this sensation at the back of my head. It's that from this, I'm getting that kind of vibe. It's just like we've been here for too long and it's time to look up. It's time to see what's right in front of you. What is going on here? Okay, tell us more. Hold on. Something that's been held onto, something that is not wanting to be let go of. Whether that's an idea about something, a person. Tell me more, Four of Pentacles. Be mindful, this is not going to resonate with everyone. This is general. And these are all perceptions, of course. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant in reverse, King of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. It's like this, there's this energy of a lesson being learned here, and I'm wanting to pick up the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. There's this energy of a lesson being learned here and an understanding of going against the grain, of going against conformity, going against tradition with the Hierophant in the shadow. But there's also this strong energy of moving forward in a very fast, impulsive, passionate way. I'm losing my voice. And Aries energy. I think, is that Leo energy or Aries energy? I forget. But fire signs, right? So Mars is in the mix here. So at the time of this reading anyway. But yes, Knight of Swords can be of a very fast moving, sometimes impulsive, without thinking, just boom, let's go. And King of Wands is that energy of knowing what you want, going for it, ambitious. And then the card that I felt needed to come out, okay, how do I explain this? It was at the bottom of the deck and there was a calling to pull it. And the card was the Queen of Wands. So this could be about a connection, because we've got a dynamic here of a king and queen. And of course, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a collaboration of two types of energies, but have similar intentions. And this is exciting. There's this air of excitement. So to kind of bring it all together, right? It seems like there is this clarity that is going to be received, something around, or this communication, I should say, clarity, communication. It's going to be a different story for everyone. about oneness, about unity, about being from different backgrounds. And there's this air of nostalgia as well. So could be to do with the past or to do with something from your childhood. Yeah, there's this air of oneness because there's perhaps been this separation prior to that with the Two of Cups in the reverse, so that can speak to separation. So whether this is man, I'm just going to speak to it as it is. It looks like a romantic thing here, so let's just roll with it, but it doesn't have to be. So whatever gets finalized at the end and whatever the title is, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. There's this air of a understanding of some sort, a learning of some sort, some type of spiritual journey as well with the Hermit here. So lessons have been learned, and that is possibly where this change is coming in from, you know, all of this energy moving, shifting along from the Hermit, going into solitude, Six of Swords, stepping away, being separation, you know, going through the motions of a breakup or separation or whatever it is. Place it in your life how that resonates. Someone not being able to openly communicate in the past or at a time or now, whenever this makes sense in your life. Energy is fluid, you know, time is fluid, time is a concept. And then, yeah, holding on, not letting go, reaching a point where we're understanding things differently, or we realize there's some type of realization here. To bring it into the Lovers card, into King and Queen of Swords. But some sort of action was taken or is going to be taken. Because King of Wands is an energy of taking action as well. So this could be to do with a friendship as well, a friendship that, I did say that with the Seven of Pentacles, this has been going on for a while. So this could be an old friend or a family member that you've been estranged from that just pops out of nowhere. So even though the Lovers card is showing up here and the Two of Cups is showing up, it doesn't have to be romantic. This is just connecting to another energy. And yeah, that throat. I'm getting that there was difficulties using speaking. The card literally says, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So perhaps what the case was is whatever this energy, whoever this is, whatever this is thinking that they couldn't communicate for some reason, for whatever reason. Could be to do with self-worth, could be to do with tradition, some type of tradition with the Hierophant here. And self-worth, like doubting themselves for some reason. But yeah, getting like avoidance energy, you know, like avoiding making decisions as well. It's definitely energy of like past things in the past energies. Oh, yeah, the throat is not happy right now. I'll pull some more of this tarot. Okay. So tell us more about this Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Wands energy. Okay, so we've got Temperance in the shadow. And Temperance is my presence card. Excuse me. Temperance is my presence card. So what that can mean in the shadow is that there's that, what was said before, we're either like projecting to the future or focusing too much on the past. We're not being present. There's an energy of impatience as well. There's an energy of impatience, and there's also, it can speak to not addiction, but going overboard with something, whether that be so not, what's the opposite of moderation? Like a need to moderate your consumption, right? So your health could have been at a certain point, or you've been over consuming, whether it's watching too much TV, like binge watching TV, or alcohol, drugs, whatever. But what did I ask? Tell me more about the Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. So with the Temperance showing up here in the shadow, there's a need for patience, whether this is yourself or some other character here. There is a need to be patient with this, because Knight of Swords can be highly impulsive. Did I say Three of Swords? I saw that. That came out again. It did come out in the reverse though. Three of Swords, Hermit, it's come back out, but in the shadow. So this is healing. Someone's been in a space of healing. And with the Hermit in the shadow, that might indicate that there was some sort of resistance to actually being in this space. There was some sort of resistance to being in solitude, of actually dealing with this, of actually being with the heaviness of it. I'll clarify with the book. Hermit. Yeah, so being in a space of not like doing everything but healing. So with the Temperance here, like indulging in things that would take attention off of it, so that we don't have to step into that energy of healing. We're just stuck in the heartbreak of it. tell me more about the Lovers. Okay, tell me more about this. I might grab another deck as well. Tell me more about the Lovers. Oh yeah, that's a lot, mate. Okay. Hopefully I don't set my fucking hair light here. Okay. So we've got the Five of, what's that? Oh, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Death and Rebirth, Eight of Wands, which was kind of on the side, and the Sun. Wow. Someone's been in their heads. So there's a lot of mental activity that has been happening around this. What did I ask? I asked about the Lovers. So there's been a lot of mental thought about this. There could have been an aspect of, I want to say this in the most delicate way, but the word treachery is coming up. Secrecy, theft of something. If you look at the card, he's picking up these crow's feathers and they're not fucking happy about it. So there's some sort of secret or sneaky type of activity going on. And then there's the Death and Rebirth. Someone's had a moment. Someone has had a moment where they have realized that, well, let's get a card on that. When did that come out? I didn't even see that come out. Oh, I'll put it back because I didn't see that come out. King of Swords. Yeah, someone's definitely been in the head. So something's happened to bring about some type of awareness of the situation, and understanding that they've gone through some realization. And I mean, the hermits have come through several times. Some type of realization that created some sort of shift. They've definitely been in their heads about this. And these two came out together. Ace of Swords in the shadow and King of Swords, which tells me that perhaps there wasn't a lot of honesty. Seven of Swords. Perhaps there wasn't a lot of honesty here. Or something, there was some kind of deception, some kind of secrecy that led to perhaps even the separation. Maybe that's what happened here. But the King of Swords is an energy of someone who is logical, who is highly intelligent. So perhaps there was a realization of the truth, you know, and the King of Swords is in the Rider-Waite. I don't know if it's actually this deck here, but in the Rider-Waite, he's looking directly forward, whereas the other kings look to the side. So there's this aspect of being direct and speaking their truth. So it's what it's looking like, because first we had these types of energies, right? This deception, this overthinking, this lack of clarity. And then we have this death and rebirth situation. King of Swords shows up. Eight of Wands, which is a very fast moving energy, like something coming towards you. And then the Sun, which is like the happiest, most joyful, most hopeful card in the deck. So whether this is an actual this is not to say that this person is coming towards you, right? Even though the Knight of Swords and Eight of Wands is here, or that this is about a relationship. This could speak to the processes that we engage in as humans with other people, and realizing, going through this moment of clarity, of understanding, and knowing yourself. Yes, the King of Swords does have a they're not highly emotional. They're not a very emotional. Let's put it this way. King of Swords is an energy that has a somewhat handle on the emotions. They're emotionally receptive and emotionally attentive and very aware of the emotions, but they're not necessarily a gushy type of energy. But what this could also represent is this, once this type of death of the ego happened, there was this clarity about moving forward towards self. Like, because there's a lot of cards here about learning about oneself, and the Sun is also represented by Leo, which is the zodiac of the self. So learning more about yourself. So if this is not about a connection, this is about finding out who you are, getting clarity on who you are. But it may have happened through a connection, if that makes sense. So it could have happened through a type of relationship when you've realized and learned more about yourself and coming into a deeper connection with yourself. Because you know, essentially, you are not alone. Even though there's an energy of going through this period where there's this like heavy loneliness and feeling separated from everybody, you are not alone. I'm hearing Michael Jackson's "You Are Not Alone." You're not alone, I'm here with you. Though you're far away, I'm here to stay. So that might be relevant for someone. I'm going to write that down. That might be the heading. You are not alone. We aren't alone. Like what was said in the beginning, it's all these symbology, all of the symbology, it's all over the place. Like we've got runes, and we've got Celtic runes, and we've got Egyptian symbology, and we've got grids, and we've got Hindu and DNA. It's all these pieces of the puzzle so there's this realization that you are not alone, because you're always supported. I think I said that, right? Like this feeling of walking away, there was that lack of support, or this feeling of not being supported. So there's two kinds of narrative. I mean, there's several narratives here, but the strongest is a realization about a particular connection, and that there's some things that you may not have realized about the connection that you have been or will be receiving some type of clarity on. And then the other one is understanding within yourself that you are not separate. We are not separate. Duality is a concept. So yeah, there's a narrative of actually being in union with someone and then being in union with yourself or God. Where are we at? What else do we want? I hope this is making sense. And if it doesn't, then it's not. It doesn't mean it's your story. But irrespective, there's always something we can learn from these. There's always something we can learn from another's perspective. Whether we take it on board or not, doesn't matter. So we've got new life, which is interesting because that Ankh card symbol is on the Kutumi card. We've got focus and veiled. So something being masked. Tell me more about this veiled. So with the focus, what I get from that card is to be, what I spoke to at the beginning, is that being receptive, being in presence, trust. I've also got the jealousy card here. But this could be about protection as well, with the evil eye. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sleepy. What's that about? It's a sense of just like taking a break from all this mental activity, Divine feminine. I was going to say, I was going to shit my pants if divine masculine came out as well. Okay. Not a pretty sight. We've got divine feminine transformation. So regardless of gender, the divine feminine, this was initiated by the energy of the divine feminine going through some type of transformation. One more about the divine feminine and transformation. Perhaps they've been spending a lot of time in nature, or just being quite very receptive to and we've got magic. Yeah. So spending time in nature, doing rituals, and I don't mean like what people assign to rituals. I mean just taking care of yourself, being in like some form of self-care, whether that's having a cold shower every day, or I know not everybody likes that for self-care, but I don't know why that came up. Maybe so 333 is significant as well. I'm just seeing that. And 333 is a number. Let's pull that out. Yeah, so working with the phases, so they might have been doing some type of, working with herbs or cooking or, anyway, let me read what it says. Yes. You are a magical being. Time to stop hiding the awe-inspiring abilities you have to connect to the divine. Drawing the pentacle invites you to connect with your personal magic on a deeper level at this time. Working with the phases of the moon in ritual and with herbs, candles, crystals, and spell work are some ways we can connect to our magic on the physical plane to the ethereal realms. But what I'm getting from this is interesting, because as I read further, it's talking about earth energy. So I feel like what this is saying is that there was this okay, hold on, let me just take a step back. I want to read that 333 first, and then I'll talk to you about what I'm noticing here. Okay, so it says you are powerfully aligned with Jesus and other ascended masters. This is some of these energies in the deck is ascended masters. You are at a crucial point of your journey where you can go beyond all previous setbacks. Pretty sure 333 means something else as well, but anyway, I'll just leave it there. So what I get from these new cards that have come out is that there was some types of energies around, let's call it divine feminine energy, the feminine aspect. Doesn't have to be connecting to gender. It can be irrespective of gender. And I'm getting that tired. What the hell? There's a sense that whatever the situation was drained one of these energies here, particularly whoever was the character that was most in their vulnerability, the character that is most in their sensitivity and receptiveness and allowing and that type of thing. So whoever this is, whether this is you or someone else, or just leaning into that, if you're looking at it from the perspective of working with self or understanding self, there was some type of softening happening after like being masked up. So the masks may have dropped. They may have realized this is energy of understanding what the masks were that were being worn. And then that just snowballed this effect of different types of things, like leaning into that divine feminine energy and just trusting the process, being in the space of self-discipline and focusing on different types of practices, whether that's, practicing presence, meditating, rituals, however that aligns with you, prayer, and then going through this deep transformation, because and could also be, spending a lot of time in nature, whether that's at the beach or just outside or connecting with the earth somehow. So magic can refer to, especially with that symbol there, the Wiccan symbol, that's related to earth magic. So, you could be lying down just staring at the stars and the moon, or getting a deeper, if you're a female, getting a deeper understanding of your moon cycles, like your your period, your menstruation cycles. But there's definitely been some type of shift with the energy most aligned with the divine feminine. And it is interesting that the jealousy card has come up, because I feel when we as energetic forms are in this space of just focusing on ourselves and doing the things that are just being in our own energy, being in our own space, that kind of situation can happen. But also what I'm getting from this is boundaries, is putting down boundaries around this, like, how does this want to be said? I'm hearing like protecting your space, because the evil eye is a talisman to ward off, like, under law, LORE, evil spirits, right? So in the physical, in the practical, it's putting down boundaries that, and I'm seeing 111 on the clock, 11125 might be significant. Interesting, 1st of November 25. Putting down boundaries so that during this process of transformation and going within. So like, how does that want to be said? Like protecting your energy and not feeding into other people's projections. I literally just did a video on this. Okay, I was going to pull that one. So let's get some guidance. Or anything else that we need to know. I think I usually just speak to this in between what gets pulled. We've got the fates. Number 17 reduces to 8. We've got higher power. Similar to the Odin card. Let's get one more. Hey. Okay. Time for a nap. You trying to say something? Because I keep yawning. But what that means in this context, and I said it twice before, is taking a break from this, I almost want to say like burden. Where's that 10 of Wands? Yeah, taking a break from the burden of this, and whoever's watching this, this is what is needed, is, you know, taking a break from it. Time for a nap. Never ending story. So either the thoughts is just rampant, just constantly thinking about all of this, constantly questioning. There's this little dial that says yes, no. Love me, yes, no. Love me, yes, no. And there's something about timing here too. So, okay. So what I'm getting from this is that this is going to unfold in the way it's going to unfold, irrespective of what you think you're trying to do. Whether you think that sitting in a pile overthinking this, if this is to do with relationship, is going to help the situation. It's not. I'm not saying to dismiss any emotions that come up. It's about being present with what is, and being in a receptive, being in that receptive energy, right? But also taking a freaking nap. So the fox in here, and we've had the hermit show up several times. The fox is a creature that loves their solitude. So, you know, this is, I guess, the hermit card in this deck is to take a fucking break from all this, yeah, like I'm feeling this headiness in my third eye, in my face. There's this deep message of just trusting. Whatever is for you will not pass you by. There's a higher power involved here. And we've got, again, new life at the bottom. What that new life is, who knows, right? We're not, like I said, I don't do predictions and projections. We're always operating from presence, but it helps to get some understanding of what is needed in present moment. And what is needed is a break. What is needed is a time out. And just trusting that things are going to evolve the way they're going to evolve and unfold. Swap. Okay. Give us some potential zodiacs that we are dealing with here, or type of energies that we need to be aware of. I do get that there's strong support here, strong support, whether physical or ethereal or energetic, however you want to place that. Anything else? What are we dealing with? Who are we dealing with? What is the go, yo? But yeah, if this is things that are repeating itself, then it's definitely time to chill. Chill, give yourself a break. I know that is easier said than done. Trust me, I know. So, you know, maybe that's what that focus card is about, is find something that you can focus on. Focus on your healing. Focus on your health. Focus on the rituals, the magic, spending time in nature. So possible zodiacs could be Cancer, Libra. That one's climate. So being aware of the people around you at this point in time, especially if you're reading this like in the now, like when it gets posted, because that can speak of different types of energies influencing. Wasn't there a fourth? Oh, maybe not. Let's get a few more. So I think Cancer is in the planetary mix right now. I'm not quite sure where Cancer is, but it is involved in Mars. In this whole, actually, wow, okay. Cancer's in the mix. Is it this? The moon, I think, is in Cancer? No. Some things in Cancer, I forget, but anyway. Libra season. And yeah, 11th house community. So being aware of the people around you, maybe spend time with your community, you know, just to take a break from being by yourself. You know, maybe you need to get out there and or get some sun. But this could be, so this is also that the sun card, Leo energy. Leo could be in the mix here. Potentially rising sign in Leo. Yeah, focusing on yourself right now. For sure. And getting out and having some fun. This is also what I get from the sun card, you know. Go hang out with your friends. Go hang out with family. Have some fun, you know. Watch some old movies, I'm hearing as well. This is definitely something I've been tapping into. It's just like going back to things, doing things that used to be fun. Like I started watching Agatha All Along over the weekend, and I'm like, oh man, I missed a good witchy show. Like, I just love watching the witchy shows. Like, Charmed by far will always be my favorite. But yeah, I was like, oh, I forgot how much I enjoyed this, you know. So if it's not spending time with your community and your friends and your family, then it's just going back to those nostalgic things from childhood that were fun and brought some, because that's the sun brings awareness to Leo energy, and Leo's about, you know, fun and being bold and being expressing yourself. So even if you want to engage in art or something to that effect, like really just focusing on the now, just being in present moment. And just reminded of a conversation I had with a friend recently where we were talking about creativity, and I deeply feel that when you're creative, when you're in a space of creativity, whatever that is, whether you're cooking, painting, dancing, singing, playing an instrument, you are in presence, and not a lot of thought happens in those spaces. So if that's where you need to be and go to get out of your head, there's so many cards here now. Where's the Five of Swords? You know, to get out of your head and to take a break and to rest from all this mental stuff and just enjoy life. Like, we're here to experience different things, but there's a need right now with all this energy, particularly now, to really just I don't know, I'm hearing the word free flow. That might be that could be a writing process, like free flow writing. You know, if you're not aware of that, then just Google it, you'll find out what that is. It's just writing whatever comes to while you're writing. Or free flow movement, even like improvisation, free flow acting, improvisation, some type of improvisation exercises where you don't have the time to think, you just act or express in that moment. So presence is always with us, within us. It's about finding those places that finding the types of experiences or modalities that can help us regulate our nervous system and allow us to abide in presence more. I don't know if that's going to make sense. It doesn't have to. It didn't for a long time for me. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I might let's pull a couple of healing cards and then leave it there, because this is a very, very long situation happening over here, my friends. But whatever. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's get a couple of cards. Oh my wordy. Cannot make this up. Exploring unity consciousness. What does that say? I am one eternal light appearing as all. I'm going to stick to just the one, and I'm going to read this for you. We said that in the beginning. There's this energy of oneness. Okay. When unity consciousness is explored, you are able to sense a connection that unites all hearts, no matter how unique each person seems to be in unity. Where's that card? Where was I? In unity, there is a willingness to accept the differences that make each of us unique while embracing the greater cosmic web of interconnectivity throughout all time and space. In exploring unity consciousness, you are not a person in search of the light. You are the light, dressed up as a person all along in your soul's journey. Presence! This mantra is ideal for amplifying presence, grounding your energy, and deepening meditation. Boom shakalaka. There you go, my friends. Leave it on that note. We are all one consciousness. So even if you feel, if this has got to do with a relationship, even if you feel separate from your person or whoever this is, your family member, there's a falsity in that. It's your, just because we're not engaged with that person in the flesh, in the physical, does not mean we're not connected. So yeah. Gonna leave it there. It's heading into an hour and a half. It's gonna take me so long to load this up. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that the message is received and embodied and explored. So thank you so much for being here. I will catch you in the next video. Have a listen to that song, You Are Not Alone by MJ. And let me know in the comments if this resonated, if it made sense. Like, yeah, let me know. Other than that, I hope you do subscribe to the space so we can, connect with me. If you don't feel free, comfortable to comment, then I will put the email in the description box as well. Okay, it is time for me to go. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.